Hold it! Don't click this off, it's not an ad. This Martin, he's not at Hawks Pond. Today I'm bringing in a little pre-clip to our cabin video from Bonnie's Pond here in Illinois. There's a few things I wanted to catch up on. Now this is a special Encore video. I ran through most of my stuff I had to edit from my spring trip, but there's a few things I wanted to add in, and there's a few things I wanted to explain after all the goings on of last spring. First one is on that bear. Now you notice I did not comment at any time about that bear in the video comments because I just didn't want to go there. Now the wrap up of the bear thing was the authorities come out a week later, looked at my video, just made the comment that yes, there was something wrong with that bear, said yes or no on what I'd done, but from all the comments I got from people in the North Country who deal with black bears a lot, what happened to me was not too surprising. The bottom line is every once in a while, a bad bear shows up. Now, I made the decision to dispatch that bear, and that was the first decision I had to make. The second decision I had to make was whether I should just shoot, shovel, and shut up. Well, I couldn't do that. That's not the way I am. It was a legitimate thing, and so I called the authorities, and we got the paperwork done. I've got a receipt at the cabin showing that the state has officially seized that bear. I had to decide whether or not I was going to show it on YouTube. And I decided that it was only fair that I did. I didn't do it for more views. I did it because people have been warning me about those bears for years, and I've said, no, those bears aren't going to bother me. Well, I've learned my lesson, and I will be starting to carry some protection or something to deter them when I'm out for my walks from now on. Another thing that I wanted to point out was that there's been a lot of upkeep and maintenance around that cabin in the past years, and so I came across a few snapshots that were in pictures at the cabin, and it's the only copies I had of them, and so I copied those pictures while I was up there, and this picture right here shows me 20 years ago when I had my first extended time at the cabin after I retired. This picture was taken inside the cabin about 20 years ago on one of my first trips up there when I had time to start fixing the cabin up, cleaning it out, maybe making some changes. And I'd taken part of the old steel bunks out, and I was sitting back there against that wall, and I thought, wow, it's done. Yeah. Well, it's cut all the way through, but I thought the cedar was holding it up, but see way up on top, the crown went a little bit too far north and caught another tree, but it's good for now. I'm going to see if I cut that cedar off. There's a big limb hooked on it, and see if I cut that cedar underneath there, if it'll roll out of there. Well, that didn't happen, but I'm gonna let the wind play with that a little bit and see what happens. Gravity's been working on that tree all day. I got an idea in the next few minutes it's ready to come down. Those aspen branches aren't real strong to be holding that much weight up. I walked in to get my dinner and bring it out. I left the camera running because I thought maybe she was going to pop and go here. So I think I'll just give it a little bit more. Maybe come over here and bring my dinner over here and we can watch the show. For dinner tonight, kind of cleaning out the freezer, so I had some rice, got some corn. Yeah, I knew it's ready to go. There's some good hot seasonings in here, kind of like chicken fried rice. Not chicken fried rice, because there's no chicken, but I fried some steaks up. But I made up a cold lemonade to have along with it, because I think it's my lips will be burning on this one. Okay. Right on cue. Let her go. I know as soon as I shut this camera off, she's going to come crashing down. But the next picture shows there's always a lot of stumps. We cut a lot of trees down that were growing right up next to that cabin, and looking out my south window, they were just an eyesore out there. So one day I got the axes and the saws and some big leverage poles out there, and I started popping stumps out of the ground. And this is the picture that shows that goings on. I've kind of pegged out the fun meter on this tamarack peeling project too, but with that strong southeast wind, it's really strong, and it's out of the southeast, and we don't get a wind like that very much, so I want to at least come back here and topple several trees that need that southeast wind to put them where they're supposed to go. So don't want to waste the opportunity, but I might not get them peeled, but I'll see how they peel next fall, kind of an experiment. I'm not sure how it'll work, but I'll get them down. See if I can show this with this tree this morning. I think I did it right. Even as I was getting prepped here for the camera, the tree's doing a little bit of, so I think that with a little bit of assistance on these wedges, I think that tree's going to go the way I want it. Timber! Oh, not quite. Always little things. What I did here is I didn't cut the wedge, enough of a wedge in there. I only went like this, and it's closed up on that piece I took out. So if I just touch it, it's gonna go. One problem is it might not want to go exactly where I want it to because I've really lost some of the advantages of why we take those wedges out and make those back cuts the way we do. And I'm going to try to cut on the right hand side a little bit and try to make it so it falls right where I want it. Close enough. Fell just a little bit that way, caught that tree right there, so I see I can safely sneak in there, do a little cut on that tree that's holding it up, and he'll be down. I've cut enough of these back in this mess that I know that over the next couple hours, gravity's probably going to bring that on down. As every little branch snaps, 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 and pretty soon it's down. I'll just make sure I don't walk under it. We'll try this. Try and lay the tree across the top of that one. When the wind lets up, I'll give it a little help. If at first you don't succeed, keep trying. I'm not going to peel that tree right now, but I was just out for a little bird walk this morning and I came by and the west wind was up pretty good. These trees are so tall and straight that the wind is very important, and when I go to fall them I can just come over here when the wind's blowing in the right direction and I can put these trees where I want. But with the fresh growth up there, that wind really makes a difference. It's hard to make it go any way but with the wind. It may be hard to hear anything tonight over the mosquitoes.